Good morning, everyone. I'm on my way to my brother's to empty out his house and to do a wire transfer and to mail my daughter a box of clothes. So the little seborrheic keratosis has healed beautifully. I let the scab fall off naturally. You don't want to pick at it. And I think my lips are wonderful. I am so pleased. So I found a shorter route to my brother's on 29, and so everything is going my way, and I have to drive very carefully because I'm 67, and you know, our eyesight is deteriorating a little bit. I cannot drive at night safely, so I don't. So I left early enough that I can do all my chores today. And my granddaughter hugged me 3 times, which is nice. I talked to my ex this morning and my ex-husband and thanked him for his advice on my windshield, because he said that Safe Light is a bunch of bull. So I got my inspection sticker, people, if you haven't been watching me. So let's talk about my new house. Because of my age, I found a house with a bedroom and bathroom on the bottom floor. And I'm going to put in a garden first, because that's going to save me a lot of money, because I'm turning into a vegetarian. I really am. So I'm going to go to, Farm and Home Supply, and see if I can research above ground gardening, so I don't have to bend over so much. So, and I'm learning how to propagate, because I don't want to buy. The only thing I bought is 2 elephant ears. I love elephant ears. They are beautiful, and they come up every year. Hopefully, they don't rot in the ground. But I'm learning how to propagate, so I am going to get cuttings from everybody I know, learn how to propagate that, and save me a ton of money. Now, I do like to landscape with stone, because I was in the tree and landscape business for 40 years. Mulch is a never-ending battle, replacing it every year, and mulch is not cheap, not unless you get... The best place to get mulch is from a tree company. But if they are taking down diseased trees, you don't want that mulch. And mulch can catch fire. I don't know if you all know that, but mulch can catch fire. I've seen it happen because it generates so much heat underneath, you know. So stone, and also mulch carries in a lot of bugs. I remember one time I mulched my yard, because I did all the landscaping where I lived for 25 years in Fredericksburg. The mulch brought in millipedes, and my swimming pool was this thick in the bottom with these little black worms that was so gross. So, yeah, mulch can bring in a multitude of problems. So I am going to, I found a stone place, actually. I'm going to do a lot of stone, so I don't have to weed as much. And I think it's beautiful. That is the best way to landscape around your houses, with rocks. And I remember when I was a little girl, the neighborhood parents would be calling my mother and saying, "Debbie's telling all these kids to put rocks under their pillow. It would turn into diamonds." So, yeah, I love rocks. Of course, can't do that, right? So what else? The first thing I'm going to do Monday is go to the post office, change my address. Oh, I can actually do that online. I forget about that. Everything's online, people. And let me tell you what, if you don't know how to use a smartphone or a computer, you are not going to make it. Everything is online. Even when you apply for Social Security disability, that's online. So don't be afraid, because you can't mess up. You know, the only way to learn is to play with your smartphone or with your computer. Now, in the old days, if you'd clicked on something, yeah, you could, get a virus. Let's see. I put my hair in a ponytail because my bangs are long enough now that I can put it in a ponytail. And a lot of guys like ponytails, so I think it looks pretty cute. so it was sad leaving my granddaughter, even for 2 days. So I'm going to spend the night with my friend in Dumfries, and I'm going to go see my little sister and drop off this bathing suit I bought for her new granddaughter. So I found a shorter route to Manassas on 29 North. So that's what I'm going to do. I have my snacks in my car. I have my own Diet Cokes and my own water, because when you are going to other people's homes, you really need to carry what you have, what you like, right? So I just did some research. I'm going to compare prices at the secondhand appliance store to Home Depot and Lowe's. Compare the prices, but I do know that I have to get a unit that's top loading for the washer and dryer, because bending over is a little hurtful. But also I tried the steam on my daughter's washer dryer. I guess it was dryer, and I steamed the shirt, and I think it looks great. I think you can see I steamed it. Every one of those wrinkles came out, and yeah. So I've got to go make another appointment at my doctor's to address a spot between my boobs. I actually showed him that, and he says, oh yeah, I can fix that good, because it bothers you when you're wearing these underwire bras. So I have to take into consideration all these signs, because as you know, I got a ticket going through Louisa. It was going 70, and then it dropped down to 25, and then I got clocked. Yeah. But I paid my tickets, because I also got a ticket for no inspection, because that stupid me put it in my glove box instead of keeping it on. So, let's see, what else can we talk about? Oh, yeah, what else? I am not going to buy anything. When you move into a new house, or an old house, an old new house, don't buy anything until you learn how you're going to use that space. Because I asked the settlement company if the seller could put in closet rods, but he doesn't have to, because I already had a ratified contract. But it would be nice if I had a closet pole, but I could use that space for something else. I could use it for a little mini office, those 2 closets that I don't have closet poles. So yeah, and what else? I'm going to turn the biggest room into my house, the dining room, because nobody eats in the dining room anymore, except maybe for holidays. I'm going to turn that into my YouTube studio and my art studio. I'm living my dream, people. Everybody said I'm so talented with art. I really need to do that, but I always had a job. I always had too much to do. And so I am going to start painting again, and maybe sell them online. Who in the hell knows? But I used to think, when I took art in college, that you had to be as good as the masters, or you had to be perfect. No, artwork's not like that. You can have your own style, and it took me a long time to realize that. And so let's see what else. I have to get a mailbox. I think that everybody on my street has a mailbox, so I'm gonna have to buy a mailbox. But I'm thinking about buying a locking one, because in case you're in a questionable neighborhood, you need to get a locking one. I don't know. I don't want to pay for a post office box per se, because in inclement weather you can't get out to your mail. But my friend told me, Debbie, you need to start getting all your bills online. And I thought about the pros and the cons, by email. And that is, if you're vacationing somewhere, you can pull up all your accounts. But if you forget all your accounts, or if they for some reason didn't email you your bill, then you're pretty much screwed, right? I just like having that paper bill. I guess I'm just old school. So I told my ex today, if I had listened to everybody who gave me advice of where to frickin' live, I was getting a headache, because it seems like everybody had their own hidden agenda. Yeah. everybody had their own hidden agenda. Well, the thing is, they're not paying your dang bills. What the hell? You got to go where you can afford, especially at my age, you know. So let's see, what else? I do know that when I was furnishing my condo in Colonial Beach, I went under every site to find, like, I needed end tables. And I found that Costco, not Sam's Club, but Costco, almost has their furniture close to wholesale. And so that's what I have learned. Now, I think it's Wayfair. Wayfair, sometimes I bought some curtains from them, and there is some irregularities, so you got to watch that. And also Pinterest and TikTok is great for getting ideas. So, yeah, a lot of people are afraid to download the TikTok app. Let me tell you, I have learned so much from TikTok that I've never been able to learn from any other site, because it's up to the second, it's up to the minute things that are happening. And this electronic world is increasing and so fast that if you don't keep up with all this modern technology, you're going to be lost in this 21st century. You really are. So I borrowed this from my granddaughter. I'm going to take a drink, go get your coffee. So yeah, I am very good at gardening. The last garden I put in for my brother, it overtook his entire backyard. He's still mad at me because I planted gourds. The most fun I've ever had is with gourds, because you pick them, you can get different style of gourds, and you put them somewhere for a year and dry them until the seeds shake, and then you can take a router and route a hole, and you've got yourself bird feeders. Because let me tell you, bird feeders are not cheap, especially if you're buying them over Amazon. So if you want a cheap way to get bird feeders, that's it. And the gourds are so easy to grow. So that's enough about that today. And thanks everybody for watching me. I just recently realized that I had not been allowing comments, and now I'm getting comments galore. I try to answer every one of them, or at least do a thumbs up. So I love the comments, and thanks everybody again. Bye.